I felt great. I felt great. Obviously, he very experienced player. He just stabilized the game for us. He's gonna make good decisions, offensively and defensively. I'm happy that he's back. I felt like he felt comfortable being back and playing heavy minutes. It's definitely gonna be sore tomorrow. But moving forward, it's just good to have him back. Another decision maker out there with us can make the game a lot easier for us.
Along those lines, I know they didn't quite connect the lobs, but that's obviously a huge part of what you all do offensively for you. Even what can that mean going forward? To have that element of your offense back, be it his inbound passing, lobs. I mean, you got Joe Fowl on one of those, and then obviously when the rust is off, to connect a little more often in the half court at that.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I think through like Khris, like the game between me and Khris, or the game that Khris brings to the table for the team. It's not just the lobs. Like there's gonna be times that he's gonna find me, allow me to create or score. But as I said, he's just a great decision maker. Down the stretch, he's gonna make the best decision for himself or for the team, and it's just good to have him out there. I feel like moving forward, the more comfortable he feels, the more of Khris we're gonna get. And I'm just happy that this game out for him, and hopefully we can all stay healthy and keep on moving forward.
Taka kind of mentioned that he felt like for the first 3.5 quarters, you guys attacked their switching defense really well. Like, got to the spots, targeted people, found them, and then in the final 5 or so minutes, he felt like there was just a little bit too much isolation. You weren't getting to those second actions and kind of doing the things that you had been doing the first 3.5 quarters. I'm curious, just kind of what you see in the final 5 or so minutes.
I think he's been in the league for a lot of years. Played for the league, coached for the league. He's probably what he's seen is probably correct. I haven't watched the film. I don't really know. I was playing the game, so I don't know if when I got the ball, if the ball was swing to the second side. But if he says so, it's probably correct. We got to do a better job, down the stretch, get into our spots, executing better, and try to make more shots.
For you, at about a minute and a half left, you put up for that 3-minute left wing. Just kind of what you see on that play.
Coming down, seeing Al Horford, backing up. I felt like I could make it, shot it, went well, in my opinion. If I had the chance, I shoot it again. I've made it multiple times, so I shoot it again.
What have you learned about your team between the last time you were here and now?
Learn, like, what do you mean?
Just in general. Where do you feel like you guys are at now compared to where you were a few weeks ago?
Like what we've got better, or no? What we've
Just in general.
me personally, what I've learned from my team.
Yeah. Where do you think you guys are at compared to where you were a month ago?
I think we're better. We're a better team. We execute better. We defend better. We communicate better. We know what we are trying to get out there in every possession. We're more as a team. I feel like we've glued together as a team. We compete more. That's pretty much the most of it from the last time we were here until now. Other things that I've learned about my teammates, kids' names, things that they're passionate about. That's pretty much it.
Defensively, while offensively you might not have been able to keep up with them scoring-wise, defensively, do you feel good about? I mean, you guys are switching, trying to put some pressure on. Do you feel good about what you guys are able to do defensively against them?
Yeah, at the end of the day, they want to move the ball. They want to drive a kick, get in the paint, create threes. They want to make threes. They want to make a lot of threes. Everybody can shoot. Like, if you go and see their threes attempts, I think Pritchard is at 8, Tatum is at 10, Drew is at 5, Brown is at 8. And you see, like, the field goals attempts, it's pretty much half of the field goals attempts are threes. So they want to shoot threes. That's how they get going. That's how they get in the rhythm. And the way they get their threes is by transition, offensive rebound, kick out, and driving kicks, get in the paint, make you draw in the defense, then they create open ones. So going into the game, you gotta think how can you eliminate that, which is by switching, trying to keep guys in front of you, try to make them play more ISO ball, which they did. There's going to be times because they're very talented players. There will be times they're going to score or they're going to go beat the guy that is guarding them. But as much as you can contain them in that, it eliminates a little bit their threes. I don't know how many threes they made. I have to look at the stat sheet. But how many points they scored?
They scored 111. They made 17 threes and they attempted 53.
Yeah, that's a lot still. So imagine if we didn't do that, they probably shoot 60 or 65. So gotta contain them. By switching, you try to contain them and make them play ISO ball.
Do they put a different kind of pressure on you than most teams because of the amount of threes they get up? Like you said, you go into the game knowing that there's a certain math advantage almost that they're going to have because of that.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not just they're the defensive champs. They beat everybody last year. So when you play them, you expect them to be the best. You come in to play the best. So and the way they play, it's effective. They won the championship. So you gotta expect I don't want to not credit other teams. I don't want to name another team, but say any other team that you go and play, and then you come in Boston, you got to bring your A game because they're the defensive champ, and the way they play is very effective, which is getting in the paint. And if you're not there, they're going to score a lot of points in the paint, and if you're there, they're going to kick it out, and they have a lot of effective three-point shooters.
Does it feel different playing them than most teams with the amount of history you guys have with them?
The amount of history that we have. What is the history that we have?
You've played them 3 times in the playoffs. Drew's on the other team. You've played them 1,000 times in the regular season.
Okay.
You guys have both been the best teams in the East basically the past 6 or 7 years.
I don't know. No, I don't think there's anything different. I don't think there's anything different, even if, we played Detroit Pistons and Beasley was on the other team. I don't think there's any difference. I know that when you play them, you're going to bring the A game. It's a hard arena to play in. The fans are pretty loud. So, coming in, you got to, as I said, bring your A game. But that's pretty much it. I try not to focus on the past. Try to, as much as I can, focus on the present.
Thanks, everybody.